the main issue, I guess. So we'll have to have a look and see in terms of how that goes, I guess. But yeah, yes, absolutely yes, definitely yes. Timbo, what would be your all-time X1 in your lifetime? Oh, it's so tough that, you know. Can I just pick the X1 that I most like? Joseph, it would be 100% be on TikTok. I'm more known for live streaming on here. Okay. Oh, that was a bit naughty. Yeah, well then that's gonna need a little bit of working. Just because if you're live on TikTok and I'm live on TikTok, then the voice can't come out on here because everyone will hear it on YouTube and Twitch, and it'll be a bit confusing for everyone because they can't actually see you. So I'll have to. Let me have a think. It's mad. It's mad. Honestly, it'd be just so easy, wouldn't it, if YouTube and Twitch and X would just like all talk, and you could just stream across them all perfectly. You can't, apparently. You can't. You've got to do it. I've got multiple devices to try and stream across 3 platforms. It's a nightmare. Ben, that prat for Blackburn was at my local team, Chorley, a few months ago, and Vincent Jamie Lane, UTP up the posh. Timbo, I'd go Neuer, Alves, Thiago Silva, Ramos, Maldini, Busquets, Xavi, Iniesta, Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar. Oh, and I always liked you as well, Neymar. Come on. Sorry, by the way, to those watching on YouTube. I have no idea what happened. I don't know why it keeps... I say keeps. I don't know why it dropped out. But I have restarted the stream. Hopefully we won't have any issues again for the rest of the night. But yeah, in terms of team, I think I'd go Alisson, Alves. I think Alves probably is the best right back I've seen, you know. Alisson, Alves. Van Dijk. I liked Stam. I really, really liked Jap Stam. But I agree. I think Sergio Ramos would probably be the one as well. So I'd go Ramos, Van Dijk. Left back, you've gone Maldini. I can't really get away from that. I think that probably does pick it. I liked Lilian Thuram as well on the other side. I think Thuram was fantastic, and can't really give a miss to Trent Alexander-Arnold. But no, I'd probably go Alves and Maldini as the wing backs, and I'd go Ramos and Van Dijk at centre back. Midfield, I'd go Busquets, Gerrard, maybe Modric, maybe. No, Busquets, Gerrard, Zidane. That was nonsense. Busquets, Gerrard, Zidane is your midfield 3. And then front 3 would be Messi, Suarez, Ronaldo. There you go. Job done. Super easy. Addison, I'd say, are you watching United v Wednesday Sunday? Yes, I am. I am going to do that game on Sunday. I absolutely promise you I will be doing the Sheffield derby, the Steel City derby on Sunday, 12 o'clock. I promise you we'll be live for that one. And then I'll do the Arsenal game straight after it. Blackburn. Again, we've had nothing really going on tonight. Joe, how's it going? Good to see you. Right, where is... Joe, how's it going? Good to see you. Sorry, I'm fucking mega frustrated with this. Creed Van Crow, Blackburn singing Champions of England. You'll never sing that when we were literally the first ever champions. Oh. Christ, how small Sean Massey. Sean Massey running the line tonight for Preston and Blackburn. And I didn't think she was that small. Or maybe he's just absolutely massive. Oh, this is better from Blackburn. This is better. This is much better. Oh, that's a foul from Thierry Small. Is it? Is it? Lino says no. Morishita complains of a foul. It looked like a little bit of a foul. That Thierry Small says no, absolutely not. Morishita not very happy with that. To be honest, Thierry Small's not very happy with that. And Preston give the ball away again. Far too cheap. Far too cheap. He's going to hit it. Left-footed. Strike. Too easy. Good save from the keeper. Ben Hughes, champions of Jack Walker's war chest, more like. Yeah, I was going to say they definitely spent a fair bit, didn't they, with Jack Walker. Jess0365, hi, I am back. Good to see you, Jess. I don't know what happened. I have no idea. Reese says, think there's icicles on the internet wire tonight, mate. I was going to say, are you still getting issues with it as well? I don't know what's going on. It's the worst thing. It is the absolute worst thing that when you're midstream and you have no idea why it's gone down. It's dead frustrating. And there's nothing you can do to fix it because obviously you're trying to get back on for the game. So I will look into why it is. I'll pull a full report off after the game and end up sat here for hours trying to figure out what happened and make sure it doesn't happen again. Rovers in with a chance. Big chance. Good block. Fabulous block. Oh, Hashi should have done better there, but it's a really, really good block. Is it Lindsay at the back again? I think he is onside. Should do better here, you know. It's a great block. Fabulous block from the Preston centre-back. Jess, also Preston are not doing good anymore in it. Preston have not been so good in the last few minutes. No, Blackburn have definitely pushed forward, started to show a lot more. And Ahashi's just had a really, really very decent chance. Big block from Preston to put it behind for the Rovers. Corner, near post, comes out to the edge of the box. Chance to put it back in. Well cleared away. It's going to out for a throw in on the far side. Again, Rovers still pushing forward. Sorry, Jess, if not, just tell us tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow either way. I'll make sure I come on tomorrow and it will be fine. It's fine. It's usually really fixable stuff. It's not the internet. The internet here is working absolutely fine. There's no issue. I can see everything's still up as it should be. We've literally got the fastest internet going. So unless like the whole area is out, which it isn't, then there shouldn't really be an issue. Vincent Jamie Lane, have you changed your opinion on Luke Williams after watching Peterborough yesterday? Apologies. Go put a fiver on them winning promotion while the odds are still good. I don't think I've put I don't think I'd change my opinion in terms of will I think that, listen, I don't think Peterborough will go down. Posh absolutely won't go down. I didn't think that before yesterday's game. But I'm not entirely convinced that you're going to be promotion candidates just yet. I'll say that. I'm not sure you're going to be promotion. I'm happy to be proven wrong. Come back throughout the season. We'll be doing more Posh games, I'm sure. Come back throughout the season and let me know if I've got it completely wrong. Rovers with a corner. It stood up to the far post. Keeper nowhere near it. All the way over to the far side. Good Johnson recycles it. And all the way back to the centre-back. Addison, adds head, says, come on, Preston. Oh, decent chance here. Rovers. Oh, is that off the post or was it a save? Was that off the post or a save? It was Morishita with a strike low and left-footed. Oh, my goodness me. That's a good save, actually, from the keeper. Really good save. And that's nice and easy. Chimey says, just won back my girl after ghosting her for 3 months as a loyalty test. I'm going to marry this one. Sweet Lord, mate. Don't be doing that with your girl. Don't be doing loyalty tests. Christ. Don't need to do that. It's the last thing you need. Trust. Trust. That's the best way. David Brent. Trust. Can't be ghosting your wife. Jess says, I just want to go to bed. Get to bed tomorrow for my birthday. And, well, hey, listen, have a lovely birthday, Jess. Hopefully you do get the result you want tonight. And Vincent Jamie Lane says, I will be sure to remind you, mate. Don't worry. I bet you will. I bet you will. Timbo, what letter are we on for the team? Starting with one letter. Was it S? No, we got past S. I think we did T. I think we're up to T. Yeah, S was dead easy. I'm pretty sure we're on T. Osama Bin Laden, who's looking better so far? Can anyone tell me? I mean, they've both had their spells. I would say the first half has been all Preston. Oh, it's Rovers! It's a goal and Rovers have scored it. It's 1-0. Oh, I think he gets a bash in the head for his troubles, but it is a Rovers goal. It's 1-0 to Rovers off the corner. Who is it who heads this in? It's an absolutely unbelievable header, but I think he does get a whack off the corner for his troubles, but it's 1-0 to Rovers. I don't know, I put 1-0 Preston. 1-0 to Rovers, Preston 0, Blackburn 1, left-footed corner swung in. Oh, it's a really good header, and the keeper has absolutely no chance there. Yeah, absolutely no chance. It's Miller. Lewis Miller comes forward and gets his head on it at the near post. Smashes it in the centre of the goal. Really, really good goal. Rovers 1-0 up. First goal for Blackburn for the Australian Lewis Miller. 1-0 up. It's odd that you came in at that point, Osama, and asked, who's looking better so far? Preston, chance, could be 1-1. Oh, off the line. Oh, has he give it? He's give it. It's 1-1. Oh, my God. Oh, Paul Tierney, straight up the other end, and Preston have equalised. Jesus, tonight. Divine with the equaliser. What are Blackburn doing? What are Blackburn doing? They were in front. They had it sewn up. And all of a sudden, they've gone up the other end. Ah, Valérien Ismaël's got a face like thunder. He's got a face like thunder. He won't be happy with that. Straight up the other end of the pitch. Preston with a strike. Does he keep this off? Oh, he doesn't. It's just over the line. It's just past the line. There's nothing wrong with that. The watch goes, and you can't really argue with it then. Preston somehow wiggle into the penalty area. Divine wriggles free. He passes it. Oh, it's just unlucky. There's a defender on the line. There's a Rovers defender on the line, and it's a great strike, and it just... Oh, he just can't get his legs sorted. And it's 1-1. This game's come alive all of a sudden. all of a sudden come alive from 0-0 on 45 minutes. It's 1-1. 2 goals in 2 minutes. Liam Manning, evening key, good to see you. And Blake Preston to go on and win the game for me now. 1-1 half time. 3-star Reds, good evening key. I am ready, mate. Are you for the showpiece of the season? Oh yes, I am, sir. I am absolutely ready for the showpiece of the season. Liverpool 3, Forest 0. I actually think you'll give us a really good game. I'm a little bit concerned. No team has played more long balls than Nottingham Forest since Sean Dyche's appointment. And what do Liverpool struggle with? So, yeah. They're a team that are basically set up to hurt Liverpool, Nottingham Forest. They're exactly... All of your strengths as a team are exactly what we don't like. So... And you beat us last season. So, certainly a game that could cause Liverpool problems. I'm not looking forward to it. It's got all the markings, all the hallmarks of a banana skin. Blake Vert's ducking the Christmas period. And Timbo, if the season ended today, who's the Ballon d'Or winner? Probably Haaland up to this point, I'd imagine. I think just the scoring rate, you'd have to say it's exceptional, isn't it? But what we saying? Sorry, Liam. How are you, pal? I'm good, mate. Other than the stream going a bit doolally, I'm fine. Yeah, we had to cancel the stream. We had 40, 50 people in the stream on YouTube, and then all of a sudden it just dropped out. So, bit of a pain in the arse. Timbo, would Kane not have a shout? I think he would, but I think the fact that he's in the Bundesliga probably goes against him a little bit. Right, half-time here at Deepdale. Preston 1, Rovers 1. What an end to that first half it was. Astonishing. Divine with the equaliser straight after Miller with a header off the corner. 2 goals I can scarcely believe, because then that first half it didn't really feel like there was either team going to lay a glove on each other in a serious, meaningful way. There wasn't an awful lot of clear chances, was there? But there you go. Liam, again, YouTube terrible, ain't it, lately? I don't know what it is, mate. I couldn't tell you what it is. All I know is it's not the internet connection. It's something else within the settings. But I don't know what. So I need to figure it out, because that's killing me. It's doing me head in. And inevitably people are going to get frustrated, so I'd need to sort it out, and I don't know how to do it. And it's so annoying midstream, because you're like, and you want to figure it out, but at the same time you're kind of rushing to get back live again. So it's tough. Creed Van Crow, my lord, what a finish to that half. I know, mate. And what do you say, really? What can you say if you're either manager in the dressing room at this point? Because I feel like if you're Paul Heckingbottom, you're kind of pleased that the players have got in at half-time with a leveller, and that's great. But I think the fact that you go a goal down and you've not really imposed yourself on the game at all, and Preston are the team that really should be imposing themselves on the game. They are at home, it's at Deepdale, they are the better team, certainly in the season so far. You would imagine Preston would have the emphasis, the onus is on Preston to really push forward, and I think Paul Heckingbottom would be really disappointed by that. But Valérien Ismaël, equally, you're 1-0 up, you've got 90 seconds to half-time, you lose a goal. Liverpool for life, high key, what's the score? It's 1-1, mate, at half-time. And Timbo, YouTube have been made aware of your Define Young comments and are censoring you. It's the Chinese he's after. Young PSV 3, Young Utrecht 3. Sweet lord. And Creed Van Crow says, I also stream and audio issues are always my Achilles heel. It's not as easy as people think, streaming. Oh, no, it's not. It's so... Do you know what it is? It's the technical side of it that does my head in. I'm crap at editing. It's not, maybe I'm not crap at editing, I just don't enjoy it. And the streaming aspect of it, if I could get someone else to just point the camera and do the donkey work, I guess, I'd be fine. I can do this stuff. I can make it. The problem is that now my head's gone a little bit because the whole technical thing went wrong for a minute and we lost like 50% of the audience. So everyone's gone and now it's got to build it up again. So tonight's stream is now a little bit chaotic. So my head's gone a little bit. So I'm hoping I'll have to make it back up to you for tomorrow's Liverpool v Forest game. Give me another chance. If you're watching. If you've not subscribed, please do subscribe. Blake, no way you just read out the Young PSV v Young Utrecht score. Why? I'm keeping an eye on the Eerste Divisie as well, of course. I enjoy watching the Eerste Divisie. Dordrecht drawing as well tonight. Jess, everyone went to get their chippies. Oh, I'd love a chippy. Friday night chippy. I haven't had a chippy for ages. Steward. 3-star Reds, I started a betting sabbatical until December the 17th on Monday. I've been getting no winners lately, so took a break. That is a very, very wise man there. The house always wins. Pesesi Panes, saludo de un argentino. Go Rovers. Nice. Good to see you. We've done some Argentinian games. Vamos. Creed Van Crow, I already subbed and liked. Not enough people doing watch-alongs for us small fries. Well, that is my niche. That is my little niche, I guess. I'll watch the Premier League, but I'll watch anyone, and I love watching just any old footy, to be honest. So I enjoy watching Preston. I enjoy watching the Championship, League 1, League 2, the National League. And as Blake's just said then, I even keep an eye on the Dutch second division there. Timbo, if the bookies didn't always win, they wouldn't exist. That's very true. They know how to game the market, don't they? Blake, gravy sauce or tartar sauce on your chips? I've never had tartar sauce. Isn't that like a fish sauce? Yeah, no, I could do without that. Jag, just a guy. Hey Key, how's it going? Good to see you, Jag. And Vincent Jamie Lane, I fancy City, Forest and Sheffield United. Ah, of course you do. Of course you fancy Forest to beat Liverpool. Jag, just a guy. Thoughts on Semenyo? Sorry if you've already covered. No, not at all. You don't have to apologise at all. We've not even talked about Semenyo. To be honest, I don't think Liverpool should be targeting Semenyo. It's not to say that I don't think he's a really good player. He is. It's not to say that I don't necessarily think he even improves us. He might well improve us as well. But, personally, would I start Semenyo over Gakpo? I'm not sure. I wouldn't start him over Salah. I'm not entirely sure that Liverpool need another winger. Or at the very least, if we do need another winger, we'd need other positions far more than we need another winger. So, I would have to question Slot's logic if Semenyo is a player that we targeted. I don't think he's the right approach at all for us. He's not the Salah replacement. If he's coming in, he's almost maybe a Gakpo replacement. Maybe just another wide player that we can have amongst the squad. He's certainly not a bad player. I wouldn't mind him as a squad player, but I don't think for 1 second that he really, kills it at Liverpool. Stephen King, hey Key, I'm eating bolognese with cheese and garlic bread. Liverpool are going to get beat. Yeah, of course they are. Of course they are. 3-star Reds, Forest get a 3-0 lead. Key tomorrow, mate. Will the stream suddenly crash? That is the question I ask. Do you know what? I will do something tonight, I assure you. I will do something tonight to ensure that tomorrow's stream runs smoothly. And I will find out what the reason is that it's crashed. I don't know what it is, but they do logs on these things when it'll tell you why it's actually dropped out. And I will find out why it is, and I will fix it. By hook or by crook, I will fix it tomorrow. Jesso365, typical Rovers derby key. How do you feel about it at this point then, as a Rovers fan? Obviously, you've gone in front, you've immediately dropped behind. What does the manager say at half-time in a situation like that? Jag, just a guy, we have undeniably the best talent in attack, but they aren't finishing. Well, they're not on the pitch, are they? I mean, give them credit, mate. We've not had Ekatike fit and firing. We've not had Isak at all. Salah's been out. Salah's going to be off again for another month or two. We've lost Jota. It's just all been a bit... it's been a bit chaotic. PNE, Jeff. Alfie Divine, ole ole. Hey, what an end to the half that was, Jeff. Jess, feel good and bad. My friend at school went to see it live. What, this? She's here at Deepdale, is she? Timbo, Semenyo starts for Liverpool easily. It's just whether he's enough of an upgrade for the cost. Does he start ahead of Gakpo? I don't believe he does. No, I don't believe Semenyo does start ahead of Gakpo. I like Gakpo. I think Gakpo's better than Semenyo. And 3-star Reds, is Dylan still making his debut tomorrow, mate, on the stream? Yes. Yes, he is. And PNEGF, the manager says, use a shit because Rovers are. Somehow I don't think that would motivate him, Jeff. Alex Macklin, Mark Gay, a must. I think Mark Gay's maybe a touch more necessary than Semenyo is, put it that way. I don't think we need a winger. I certainly don't think a winger is the be-all and end-all for us. Jag, I get frustrated with Gakpo because when he plays for the Netherlands, he is far more impactful than he is for Liverpool. Honestly, I think he's brilliant. I think he's brilliant, Gakpo. There's a reason why, after Mo Salah, he is the player with the most goal contributions for Liverpool since he arrived at the club. He's an absolutely fantastic player. There's no doubt about it. But he's not had the best start to the season either. He's missed a lot of big chances for us. And Semenyo, he's a talented player, but I don't look at Semenyo and think he's a massive upgrade on Gakpo. I don't think he is an upgrade on Gakpo personally. Timbo, Semenyo has more to his game than Gakpo. Gakpo is really good at one or two things, and players don't become available in priority order, do they? If you can upgrade your team, why not? And Blake Griffin, I digress. Gakpo is really underrated at the job he does. I think defensively he's brilliant. I think going forward he's brilliant. But I know what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, that players don't become available in priority order. But I don't look at Semenyo. Here's the thing, right? If we sign Semenyo, he ends up being a cover for Salah while he's at the AFCON, because he can play right-sided, can't he? And he can play left-sided. But he won't play left-sided because we've got Gakpo and we've got Rio Engamoa over there. You can't put him ahead of Rio Engamoa because that's the whole reason Rio Engamoa came to Liverpool, because we gave him the option to play more games. And when he's come off the bench, he's made a difference. So I know he's still only young, but I think Semenyo coming in would massively demotivate Rio Engamoa. Maybe in the same way that Ethan Nwaneri has been demotivated at Arsenal by the likes of Madueke and Eze coming in. He's not going to get any game time at all now, is he, Nwaneri? He's hardly going to get a kick. So I feel like Engamoa, we would be doing him a disservice by getting Semenyo in. I feel like if we're going to get anyone in, we have to get a really top-wide player. But I don't even think that is the priority, in my humble opinion anyway. PNE Jeff, how come Liverpool are rubbish this season when they smashed it last year? Might have something to do with our centre-forward dying over the summer, Jeff. It might have a little bit to do with that. Amongst other things, of course, but mainly the fact that we've had a massive tragedy to navigate, and possibly the fact that we've got a load of new players in, basically an entirely, half a new first 11. 2 new fullbacks. We've had a new goalkeeper recently. We've had 2 new attackers, basically, and maybe even a change in the midfield with Wirtz dropping in there. So It's all a bit chaotic again. Jess, right, second half starting soon. And Stephen, that is not very nice, is it? MC says Gakpo is okay, but shouldn't be first choice for a team at Liverpool's level. That's fair enough. And Alex, do you think we miss Luis Diaz? No, I don't think Luis Diaz is the reason Liverpool aren't where they are, or Liverpool are where they are. I don't think that's anything to do with it. PNE Jeff, wouldn't they play their hearts out for Jota? I don't think it's anything to do with effort, Jeff. It's nothing to do with with effort. It's everything to do with grief and how grief hits a person. And I think it's fair to say it hits different people in different ways, and it comes in waves as well. It's not linear, is it? It doesn't hit you all at once, and then you just get over it. It's often something to do with... It can hit you months later, it can hit you weeks and years later in different cases. Stephen says the quality in that side can't replace one player. They're a rubbish mid-table team. The quality in that side can't replace one player. They're a rubbish mid-table team. I don't think you've thought that through, Stephen. Timbo, I suppose, yeah, Elliott would have been demotivated by you signing Vert, hence he left. Exactly, yeah, we needed an upgrade. We went out and got a massive upgrade. Right, second half is off and underway here at Deepdale. Colin Harris, were you born in Liverpool? I was, yes. I was born in Liverpool. Alex Elise from Munich. Possibly, yeah, there seems to be a lot of rumours doing the round about Elise. Timbo says, when Liverpool win, they're doing it for Jota, and when they lose, they're weighed down by Jota. It's such an easy narrative either way. Yeah, I mean... Easy, I don't know how you'd say. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily looking at it as an excuse, but ultimately, Slot said it quite rightly earlier today. He said, look, we get criticism, whether it's fair or not, we get it. That's part and parcel of being a team like a club like Liverpool. You're expected to win, so you're going to get criticism, and even if it's really unfair criticism. And I think Liverpool have had a lot of unfair criticism this season. Some people will be harsher than others. Some people will weigh up the fact that Jota has died and think of that as, well, okay, well, I don't believe Liverpool were ever going to win the league this season. Because how can you win a Premier League when you're dealing with what they're having to deal with? When they literally attended his wedding and then attended his funeral a few days later. Or a few weeks later, rather. It's this is a player who they've spent years with. This is someone they've gone into battle with. Stephen, you're saying Liverpool are doing rubbish because of a player dying. They have loads of quality players and could replace that position. It's not down to that. It's because they're rubbish. What don't you get? You're not a very smart man, Stephen. You're not a very astute man. If that's your perception on it, mate, I don't think that's particularly accurate. I'll say that. To say that there's no effect and Liverpool are a mid-table side, I think that's you as a Borough fan, because you're not very happy with how maybe things are going for Borough. MC, actually Gakpo is better than okay. Could be a starter, but he doesn't have enough to his game to fill the gap that needs to be filled this season. I was going to say, I like Gakpo. I think we could do with another winger over there, but we've chosen to give Engamoa the minutes that we have, or the position in the squad that we have. And I think if we hadn't, then he wouldn't be a Liverpool player. He's come to Liverpool on the basis that that he's a generational talent that wants to challenge for the Ballon d'Or in years to come, and we evidently believe that he has that potential, and he's made a difference off the bench, hasn't he? It's undeniable. He's 16 years of age. He's making a difference for us off the bench. Ollie, are you doing Burnley v Chelsea? I'm not, mate. No. Timbo says Jota dying is absolutely horrible, but will there be no personal tragedies amongst the other squads? Not to that degree. No, I don't think you. I mean, do you think there's any? Has there ever been another squad where a player within that squad has died in the run up to the final, couple of days, couple of weeks of the season? I just don't think there's ever been anything. There's no other test case like it, is there? There's no other test case. 3-star Reds, do you think Liverpool would even consider a bid for Anderson in January? This is my worst nightmare if clubs come in for him. I think clubs will come in for him. I think he's a player who can play at a higher level and will want to play at a higher level, I'm sure, to secure his spot in the England side. But I don't think Liverpool are one of them. I think they should be. I think Elliot Anderson is a player that would do well for Liverpool. He's a really, really good fit for us. I think he's probably a better fit for us than Adam Wharton, to be honest. As much as I like Wharton, I think Elliot Anderson's the better fit for Liverpool, but I don't think he necessarily comes. I think he's going to cost far more than Liverpool are prepared to pay. Timbo, of course not, but players are losing their parents all the time, friends, etc. Yeah, and in that case, often you take players out of the side, don't you? It doesn't affect the wider squad, does it? It doesn't affect the broader, wider squad, but it affects that player for a period of time, and sometimes for a sustained period of time. What we're talking about here is Jota dying, and everybody in that team knew him, and evidently was incredibly close to him. This wasn't like someone who'd only been at the club for 5 minutes. This is a player who'd been at the club for years and won things. So it's madness to suggest. It's not even madness. It's just stupid. It's just stupid to suggest that doesn't have an impact on him. And I can only assume the people suggesting that it doesn't have an impact on him have maybe not had to deal with an awful lot of grief in their life. And maybe, they're blessed to not have to deal with that sort of stuff. YZ Luke Penn says, Rovers fan here, can't watch tonight, thought I'd ask how the game's going. Absolutely, mate. The game, thus far, has been pretty dull up until 45 minutes when both teams managed to get a goal within 90 seconds. But other than that, the first half of the first half was all Preston. I think Preston could have maybe gone in front a bit earlier. They had a clear header at the back post and Lindsay put it over. And then they had a couple of half chances, Blackburn, as the half went on. Morishita, and then Miller scores, puts them 1-0 in front. First goal for Rovers. And then Preston go straight up the other end. Within 90 seconds, they've equalised. Carol Harris, bloody hell, Stephen, have you no empathy? Evidently not. Evidently not. And Reese's Footy Feed, it's not just a black and white situation, so many layers to it. Every individual responds to grief differently, and every occurrence of grief is different. Exactly, and this is why I'm not saying that is entirely the reason, but it's absolutely part of the reason, isn't it? How much weight you want to apply to it is entirely down to it, but Jag, I think Stephen thinks Key's blaming all of Liverpool's problems on Jota's death, but that is not what he's saying at all. Thank you. Well, at least someone can get what I'm saying. There you go. I'm not saying that at all. You're not going to find anyone more than me saying Liverpool have been shite at times this season. So no one's escaping accountability. But to argue that there's no effect with Jota is, quite frankly, it's just silly. Stephen, would they care if I died? Well, I don't know. Do they know you? If the Borough players knew you, then yeah, I imagine maybe they would. But I don't know. It depends. They don't see you every day in the same way that Liverpool players saw Jota. And not just saw him every day, went to his wedding, knew his wife, knew his kids. Like, it's a big deal. It's a really big deal. The guy died. The guy died and they knew him really. It's not saying it like it's just a colleague, just a guy you pass at the water cooler in work. It's not the same, mate. It's really not the same. Mr. Purple, when you beat Real Madrid, it's not a problem. When you lose to Man United, it is. How does that make sense? No, it's not an explanation for one individual game, though. People are asking it about a broader section of Liverpool's season. People are asking why are Liverpool X far behind in the title race. A big part of it is because of what we've seen. Certainly, a big part of what we've seen is the fact that they're dealing with grief. And not enough, in my opinion, has been made of that. And Timbo, is it impacting Liverpool for that to be brought to their minds every game by the song being sung? Well, that's certainly something Liverpool fans are talking about, yes. Reese's footy feed during the game state they'll think, let's win for Diego, but it'll be the draining nature of their thoughts and feelings day to day that's draining them. Also difficult for the new signings to apply. Agreed. Very much agreed. MC Stephen equals Bellend. He's not. He's alright, Stephen. He's a good lad. Reese's footy feed, sensitivity and buy into the collective trauma within the group. And Jess, right, can we actually focus on the game in hand? Well, we are doing. If there was anything happening, Jess, there's not really an awful lot going on. Liam, he was there for 5 years, trained day to day, and then to just go like that, of course it'll affect him. Yeah, it's like I said, people will choose to say it's got no effect. They're either pushing an agenda or they're just not very smart, I would argue. And if they're pushing an agenda because they're on the wind up, maybe they don't like Liverpool very much, that's fine, it happens. But I don't think anyone with a double-digit IQ, rather, would argue that Jota's been in any way not missed by this Liverpool team. Timbo, some of Liverpool's worst performers are new signings who wouldn't be as impacted by Jota dying, to be fair. I know, but you say worst performers, who are we talking about here? Who are Liverpool's worst performers? The only one you can maybe say has not performed very well individually at times is Kirkes. Frimpong's not been fit. When he has been fit, he's done well. Isak's not been fit when he's been on the pitch. He's scored, he's done okay. Ekatiki's done really well. Wirtz, I don't think he's done terribly, but I think the fact that you can't say he's been a bad performer. I don't think his performances individually have been poor. He's been played through the middle as part of a midfield 4. He's played at the tip of a midfield 3. He's played off the left. He's played off the right. He's come off the bench. He started games and then been subbed off. It's all a bit mad. It's all a bit mad with Wirtz, and I think again people don't want to discuss nuance because nuance means that they have to let Liverpool off the hook, and they just prefer to say, "Oh, Liverpool are crap. They're awful. Ha 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 ha." That's fine. That's no problem. But it's not true, is it? It's not what it actually... Like, if we want to actually have a conversation about it, then we can get into the nitty-gritty. But if you just want to have a laugh, then fine, let's have a laugh. Jag says, I think Wirtz is getting a bad rap. He should have 6 to 8 more assists than he does. And Carol Harris, when's your next Leeds game, Kate? I was going to do Leeds on Sunday, but I'm going to be doing the Sheffield Steel City Derby game instead. Because Leeds are playing 2 o'clock, aren't they? Who Leeds playing? Is it Leeds Villa? Is it Leeds Villa on Sunday? Or is it Leeds? It is Leeds Villa. Leeds Villa, 2 o'clock Sunday before the Arsenal game. I was going to do that. But I'm going to do Sheffield United and Sheffield Wednesday instead. And then do the Arsenal game. So next Leeds game. Do you know what? It could actually be Liverpool. It could actually be... Oh no, it won't. It'll be Leeds United Chelsea. Wednesday, 3rd of December, 8:15. There you go. I'll be live for Leeds against Chelsea. Wednesday, 3rd of December, 8:15. And then I'll be live on the 6th of December for Leeds v Liverpool, 5:30. 6th of December. So there you go. I'm doing 2 out of Leeds' next 4 games. Stephen, would Jota or the team be bothered if I died? No. So why can't I just say how I feel about Liverpool? You can. You can say how you want, mate. No one's stopping you saying what you want. It's absolutely fine. Say whatever you want, mate. No one's stopping you. But I think you'll find very, very few agree with you. So if you're trying to win hearts and minds and you're trying to build a consensus, then I don't think you're going about it in the right way. That's all I'll say. If you by all means, say what you want. Say absolutely whatever you want. You're well within your rights to say Liverpool are a mid-table side and Jota's death has had no effect on him. It's fine. I just don't think you're going to get anyone agree with you. Jag, I don't even know what you're saying. Say what you want, but believe his death has no bearing on the team is dumb. Well, I know. Yeah, that's kind of my position as well. MC, you can imagine the atmosphere in the dressing room when the new players arrived. Such a difficult situation for all, and they probably felt like intruders on grief. It's mad, isn't it? And do you know what the mad thing is as well? There'll be players as well, like who were incredibly close to Jota, and maybe sat next to him in the dressing room, and then all of a sudden, a couple of weeks later, there's someone else sat there. And do you resent that player a little bit? Do you get a little bit annoyed at that player, or do they have a dressing room move around? I have no idea what happened in that situation. I'm pretty confident Liverpool didn't leave Jota's shirt and his badge and everything up there and his name. I don't think they've done that, because that would have been something they would have mentioned. I'm pretty confident they've rotated the dressing room, or maybe just replaced Jota with maybe Kirkes or Wirtz or someone. I don't know. Timbo says some of Liverpool's Kirkes and Wirtz specifically in the Prem. He's been good in Europe. Right, Blackburn down the right-hand side. You're never getting a penalty for that. Never a penalty, and Preston clear it away. Stephen, not trying to build people to agree. I'm just saying how I feel about Liverpool's situation. That's absolutely fine. Say away. Blake, we all hate Leeds, and Timbo Leeds Chelsea is a big rivalry, and it'll be a good game, that. Is it? Is Leeds Chelsea a big rivalry? I wasn't aware that it was. And Liverpool for Life says us v Sunderland is on that day. Yeah, Liverpool v Sunderland. So, when do Liverpool Sunderland is... Oh, we've got West Ham, Liverpool Sunderland. Oh, yeah, can't do. Liverpool Sunderland's Wednesday, 3rd of December at 8:15 as well. Maybe there's a load of games kicking off at 8:15. So, chance. Oh, it's 2! It's 2-0, 2-1 to Rovers. Oh, good Johnson, back post. It's just a set piece. It's a simple set piece. Floated over to the far post. And Rovers have gone in front again. We were all thinking that Preston might be able to go on and win this, but to be honest, Rovers have started the second half by far the better. They've been the better team for most of this game, if I'm dead honest. Is he onside? Is he onside? Oh, he's miles on. He's miles on. And who's that Preston player at the back? Who is it? Who is it who's left him? Is it Dobbin? Oh, you can tell. You can tell. He knows. He knows. I think it is. I think it's... Oh, no, Dobbin's gone off. It's Jebison. It's Jebison. Dobbin's gone off. Jebison replaced him. And Jebison, the substitute, has cost his team there. He switches off, leaves Good Johnson, and Good Johnson unmarked at the back stick with a header. Simple. 2-1. MC, do you think we could get some money back on Kirkes and sign a decent Robbo replacement? Oh, mate, don't be silly. Don't be silly. Don't be like that. Why is the bloody +3 still on the match time? Yeah, no, I think Kirkes is our long-term left-back replacement. There's no doubt about that for me. He is our Robbo replacement. He's still only 21, mate. Come on. Ben Hughes, isn't it because of the 70 FA Cup final? Possibly. Is that going back to the Chopper Harris days? Peter Osgood. Peter Bonetti in goal as well. The Cat. Peter the Cat Bonetti in goal. Yeah, Ron Harris. Peter Osgood. What a player he was. And Leeds United, managed by the great Don Revie. Johnny Giles. Alan Clark. Peter Lorimer. Norman Hunter. Jack Charlton. Billy Bremner. Gary Sprake in goal. Bloody hell, Gary Sprake. Chance. Oh, nearly 3-1 to Rovers. MC, do you really think Kirkes is the long-term left-back? I can't see it. Simicast was miles better. Mate, he's 21. He's 21. What are you on about? Of course he's the long-term left-back. We paid 40 million for him. He was in the PFA Team of the Year last year. Of course he's the long-term left-back. Absolutely he is. There's not even a doubt about that. He's the long-term left-back solution. But he's a young lad. He's a young lad coming into a team that are trying to adapt and play a new system. Has he played all right all the time? No, some games he's been a bit naff. But he's a young lad. Like, he's a very... And I don't think we're playing him, in fairness, in the way that Bournemouth were last year. So, we're not really setting... He's not been set up for the environment to get the best out of him. Tyler on, cheers for the follow. And what we saying? Carol says 3-star Reds, I think we'll be going down if we don't pick up our form. 3-star Reds, take it you're a Blackburn fan, Jess. I was at Ewood Park many years ago as a young Forest fan when you hammered us the last time we were in the Premier League. And Reese's Footy Feed says, got back to it now, but elite athletes not afforded the luxury of time, by the way. Being from the Northwest, did or do you like bounce, scouse house and donk music? Not donk, but I like Wigan. I don't mind a bit of Wigan Pier. Don't mind a little bit of Wigan Pier. And Vincent Jamie Lane says, can't replace Robertson, the Scottish Roberto Carlos. I bet he's still hungover from Scotland. Liverpool for Life says, do you think Semenyo will sign for LFC? I hope not. I hope not. Blake Griffin, Chelsea used to have some great kit sponsors and ruined it. I'm trying to think of the only kit sponsors I remember Chelsea having were Autoglass. And then they had Coors, didn't they, before that? They had Coors, then they had Autoglass. And then it was Fly Emirates, wasn't it? Yeah, and then it was Fly Emirates, and that's when the Mourinho era started. Preston, chance! Oh, over the bar. Big chance. Could have been 2. Could have been 2-2. I think we've had a few people shout for 2-2 this one. Timbo, fun fact, Leeds Chelsea FA Cup final in 70 is the most watched live domestic game ever in England. 29 million people watched it live. Is that true? Oh, I like that. I like that fact. I'll remember that. MC, I just don't think Kirk has as much quality, to be honest. He's hard-working. We need someone good on the ball. I think what we're asking of our fullbacks under Slot is different to what we're asking of our fullbacks under Klopp. Because I think under Klopp we needed, Robertsons and Trents who could be difference makers with the ball. And I think maybe Arne Slot is